The Ukrainian army is forming 5 new mechanized brigades. On paper, the 150th, 151st, 152nd, 153rd and 154th Mechanized Brigades represent a significant force, a 5% expansion of the Ukrainian ground forces. In reality, they may end up riding in thinly armored vehicles, with an obvious effect on their combat power. The brigades reportedly are drawing their cadres of experienced officers and non-commissioned officers from existing brigades, while filling out their 2,000 or so other billets with new recruits. What's unclear is where the brigades are getting the equipment that makes them mechanized brigades rather than light infantry brigades. They're infantry fighting vehicles. The Ukrainian military hasn't exactly been shy about the new brigades formations. Several of the brigades have social media accounts, and there have been a few official photos depicting the unit's new recruits in training. Seemingly none of the photos depict the brigade's vehicles, however. An aged BMP-1 tracked fighting vehicle appears in some photos, but it's likely that vehicle belongs to a training unit. After all, the BMP in the photos appears to be rolling over trainees in their trenches, a technique the Russian and Ukrainian armies both use to expose new soldiers to the sights, sounds and sheer terror of close infantry combat with enemy armored vehicles. That the BMP probably belongs to a training institution doesn't mean the new mechanized brigades won't also ride in the 1960s vintage vehicles. Ukraine probably still has hundreds of BMPs in reserve. But the troopers surely hope the ex-Soviet fighting vehicle isn't their assigned ride. The 15-ton, 11-person BMP-1 is thinly armored. And when a BMP series vehicle gets hit, the entire crew dies, Ukrainian veteran Mykola Melnik said. Scanning the long list of vehicles Ukraine has received from its foreign allies, only a few types aren't fully accounted for in the inventories of older brigades. The most numerous uncommitted fighting vehicle might be the Polish-made Wolverine, a variant of a well-protected Finnish vehicle. Poland pledged to Ukraine 200 of the 25-ton, 8-wheel vehicles. The first 100 were supposed to arrive this year. The second 100 should follow in 2024. It appears at least 3 mechanized brigades, the 22nd, 44th and 57th. Each operates at least a battalion of 30 or so Wolverines. In theory, the second batch of 100 Wolverines could equip 1 battalion in each of 3 new brigades. In practice, the Ukrainians seem to appreciate that brigades lose fighting vehicles fast while in combat, and need access to ample stocks of replacement vehicles. It's not for no reason that Ukraine has equipped just 3 battalions in 1 mechanized brigade, the 47th, with American-made M2s, despite getting nearly 200 of the 37-ton, tracked fighting vehicles. It takes 200 M2s to keep the 47th Brigade in combat for more than a few rotations.